Between Dog and Wolf, a play by Cris Eli Blak. Cast of characters: Blake, 28, black male. Patrick, 28, Latino male. Mara, 27, Latina female. The time: present day, the day before the high school class reunion. The place: small town, USA. Part 1. A hotel room. Nothing luxury, just your typical in the middle of a city hotel. Sitting center are two beds well made up. A table sits between them, a lamp sitting on it. On stage left, there is a bathroom area, a toilet, and sink. And to the stage right is a door entering into the room. We can hear passing cars from outside, honking horns, quick radio tunes going past. Patrick enters, dressed too nice to be called casual, but too modest to be called fancy. He is somewhere in between. He rolls his suitcase behind him, closing the door with his free hand, the room key behind his ear. He lets go of the suitcase and looks around, not completely impressed by the room. He sets his room key down on the table between the beds and walks over to the bathroom, peeking in. He tilts his head to the side, a silent way of stating, good enough, guess. Patrick walks over to the bed closest to the door and sits down. Quiet. After a few moments of rest, Blake opens the door, an overstuffed backpack hanging off his shoulders, his room key in his mouth. He uses his foot, clothed in a dirty stained tennis shoe, to kick the door closed. Patrick stands at the sight of him.
Well, would you look at this shit here?
Hey, Blake.
Patty Martin, all grown up. Come here, baby.
He drops his backpack to the floor with a thud. He opens his arms, charging into Patrick with a bear hug, picking him up. Patrick looks less than enthused.
It's nice to see you too.
Blake puts him down.
Look at us, old men.
We're not.
Pretty much. Dude, we're here at our high school reunion. That's top tier old man shit.
I'm almost 30.
Same.
That's not old.
Brother, I'm 28 and you are
28.
28 years of age. That's how old my parents were when they had me. It ain't 18.
Blake lies back down on the bed closer to the door. Patrick sits down beside him.
We haven't been 18 in a long time.
You got that right.
Blake sits up.
So, what do you think?
Of what?
The room.
I think it's a room.
But is it a nice room? Do you think the room is nice?
I think that it is a regular hotel room.
Oh.
Blake stands up, stuffing his hands in his pockets.
I didn't need anything by it.
It's cool, man.
I like the room.
You don't have to say that.
I do. Honest.
Cool. Yeah. No, I get it. I haven't stayed in a lot of hotels in my life. Probably only two. One for a family vacation and one when my family headed out of town for a funeral. I have a peace sign worth of hotel experience. So for all I know, this is the shittiest hotel on the planet.
It's not.
It's not the best either.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
It's nice. I like it. It's a nice room. I am confused though.
About?
The beds.
The beds.
Yeah.
What about them?
Well.
Yeah.
I'm just
confused.
Right.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, I know.
You said you were confused twice now, but 0 times have you said what you're so confused about.
The beds.
Uh-huh.
There's only 2 of them.
Wait.
What?
Let me get this right. You're telling me there are 2 beds in this room?
You're kidding.
I could have sworn I've seen 10 of them. Oh, come on, bro. Where'd you get so stuck up?
I'm not.
You used to know how to take a joke.
It wasn't funny.
Oh, okay. I'll let that one slide.
The beds, though.
There are two of them. I see that.
Did something happen?
Did something happen to what?
Tamara.
You mean like, did she die?
Is she still coming?
As far as I know.
So shouldn't there be an additional bed?
What's the problem?
It was your job to book the room.
I wouldn't call it a job. No one paid me.
It was your responsibility.
Don't blow a fuse, Pat.
I'm a man now, a grown man. I would prefer if you only strictly called me by Patrick. That's my name.
Oh, your grown man name?
My only name.
Fine, Patrick.
I'll go down to the front desk and see if they have a different room, at least one with a couch.
It's no big deal.
What did you plan on putting someone on the floor?
Of course not.
In the hallway?
Someone can pair up.
Sleep together.
We're all adults.
I don't know if that's appropriate.
No one said you had to sleep with her. You can bunk with me.
I prefer to have my own space.
One weekend.
I don't know.
You can't go one weekend beside me.
It's not about you. It's just the kind of person I am.
Bullshit. Since when?
I don't know.
One weekend. And not even one full weekend. Being beside me is such a fucking crime to you. I remember basically showering right next to each other in the locker rooms after practice one day.
Don't bring that kind of stuff up.
What kind of stuff?
Stuff like that.
Why not? You have a problem with the truth? It's what happened. Fucking live with it. Or don't laugh about it.
I don't like it. I don't like hearing about it. I don't like talking about it.
You didn't think it was such a big problem back in the day.
We were kids.
We were 16. Patrick, we had fully formed balls. I saw yours, you saw mine. You know what I mean? I know you saw that elephant trunk. What I'm saying is no one cares. You shouldn't care now.
Fine. I'll put a blanket on the floor. Everybody wins.
Or you could take a bed and I could take a bed and Mara can sleep on the floor.
No.
She's the last to arrive. First come, first serve. Survival of the fittest. It's how things work.
It's not. Why don't you take the floor?
I paid for the room.
The wrong room.
The right room, just not the one up to your new standards.
Wanting to be able to roll over and not be blocked by the wall of another person is not a standard.
Fine, I'll take the floor.
I don't have a problem with it.
Take the bed.
Are you sure?
Your throne awaits.
Thank you.
Patrick sits on the bed closest to the bathroom.
And you choose that one?
What's wrong with it? They look exactly the same.
I'm pretty sure they are the same.
Exactly.
But that's the one closest to the piss room.
Yeah.
You have the choice between two beds and you choose the one that's closest to where people take a shit. If someone had to drop a deuce in the middle of the night, then you have to smell it until morning.
It's just one weekend, right?
Touche. So your opinion of the room itself isn't too high.
Are we not over this?
Let me finish my thoughts. What about the perks, though? Because there are perks.
The perks, such as free breakfast.
You motherfucker. You're going to make me tear up. I knew we were still the same wavelength. Yes, the free fucking breakfast.
You've always had a thing for breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day. Oh, but my old friend, the breakfast here is no ordinary breakfast.
He climbs on top of one of the beds.
It is the breakfast of all breakfasts.
He starts bouncing on the bed.
Waffles and pancakes and cereal and muffins and bacon and sausage and eggs and toast and oatmeal and fruit, if you're into that kind of thing.
He stops bouncing.
Now, you may be thinking, well, all that food sounds great, but I'm surely going to be thirsty afterwards. No worries, because this joint is equipped with every liquid you can safely consume in the morning. Are you one of those weird water-only people? We got the clearest in the state. Orange juice, grape juice, apple juice, fucking pineapple juice, papaya. You can get Sprite out of the machine if you're so inclined. It is paradise. It is heaven on earth, and we are lucky enough to be right in the middle of it.
He jumps off the bed and stands right in front of Patrick, places his hands on his shoulders. They look right into each other's eyes.
We are right in the middle of it.
They start staring at each other for another beat before snapping back into reality. Patrick backs away.
Yeah, well, it's good to know you haven't changed.
I like to think that I have.
Good.
He takes out his phone and starts texting.
Come on.
What?
None of that.
What?
The phone, the typing, the texting. Can we just be? For now? Be here, be now, be this.
Oh, it's just that you have a phone too.
You don't see it in my hands. You don't even see it in the imprint of my pockets. I left it in the car.
Aren't you worried about it getting stolen?
No one wants my phone.
Thieves don't care who the phone belongs to.
They don't want mine.
How can you be so sure?
Because my phone isn't like yours.
Meaning?
It's not all new and nice and shiny and shit.
Okay.
It's a flip.
Your phone is a flip phone.
Yeah.
You still have a flip phone.
You have something to say about it?
No, doesn't matter.
I didn't think so.
They each sit on a bed, turned away from each other for reasons even they can't explain. Patrick puts his phone in his pocket. Silence stings them again.
It was the cheapest.
What was?
Everything. The room, the phone, they were the cheapest I could find.
Oh.
I kind of fell on hard times, you know. So I had to do what I could with what I had.
I could have paid for the room.
The room's fine.
I know, but I'm just...
The room was my responsibility, right?
Sure, but I didn't know what was going on.
Do you know what's going on, or did I tell you I fell on hard times?
The latter. I'm sorry.
I don't need help or sympathy or charity. I got the room. It's not the room that people may dream of, but it is the cheapest they had. And the place I work at, the storage facility, gets a discount. So I got off pretty fair. And as for the phone, well, I don't really have a reason to have a big flashy phone like yours. It's all for show. If I need to use the internet, I can find a computer.
It really isn't worth the money it costs.
I know.
That's smart.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. So you said you work at a storage facility?
Yep,
What do you do there?
I work.
Right, but like, what do you do?
I sit at the desk, make sure no one's sleeping in their storage, make sure no one stays after close.
Sounds like an important job.
Is that sarcasm?
No.
It's a job. That's all it is. What about you, big spender? 10 years, a lot has probably happened to you.
I don't know if I'd say that.
You're one of those.
What?
Those fake humble people.
Fake humble people.
Yeah, you know, like those celebrities who act like they're the most selfless fucking person on the planet, but they can't stop talking about how selfless they are. Like, I do so much for charity. Aren't I just the best? Shit like that. Like, you say you don't want to talk about something, but only because you know that if you talk about everything, you'll sound pompous.
Nice word.
I'm not stupid.
I was joking.
Tell me what's been going on. 10 years. A lot to tell.
Should we wait on Mara to come? Then we can have one big communal catch up.
She'll be fine. You know, I was hoping to see you a couple years back at Wally's funeral.
Oh yeah, I was upset I had to miss that.
He was
So messed up.
He was drunk driving on the wrong side of the road. What do you expect?
Still tragic.
Yeah, it was a nice funeral. His sister played the violin. Peyton. That was it.
Oh, that's nice.
Didn't you screw her?
Dude.
He's dead, not her. You did though, right? That's crazy. I wonder if he knew. I wonder if when you die and you go up to wherever, and are told all the secrets you didn't know, like how your teammate railed your sister behind the soccer goal.
Can we talk about something else?
In broad daylight.
Blake,
It was brave. I salute you.
I don't want to talk about this.
Did you love him?
Patrick stands up.
Did you love her?
Stop.
I mean, you had to, the way you knocked her up.
Patrick charges at Blake, who stands up in defense. Patrick pushes him, then pulls him in by the collar of his shirt. We can only hear their breathing. Patrick is red. His eyes are fireballs waiting to cause havoc. Blake has become a child, hands up, afraid. Patrick calms, his color returning to normal. He lets go of Blake, knowing he has gone to a place he did not intend to. He uses his hand to straighten out Blake's shirt, then backs away.
I'm sorry.
It was a joke.
I didn't find it funny.
I picked up on that.
I'm engaged.
To a woman?
Patrick shoots him a glance.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I want you to be there.
Is this my invitation?
We're getting married in Hawaii. 5 months.
Sounds nice.
Her name is Joe.
Joe. I thought you said it was a woman, correct?
Joe, without the E. Short for...
Not Scarlett Johansson, I'm assuming.
No. Here.
He pulls out his phone.
I thought we had an agreement.
Patrick walks over to Blake and shows him a picture on his phone.
This is her.
Yeah.
She's very nice looking.
Thank you.
Hawaii sounds nice too.
It is. She has family there.
You want me to be there.
Yes.
Why?
You're my friend.
I'm your high school friend. That's hardly best man material, though I am honored.
I never said you were going to be my best man.
Then who will be?
My brother.
What the fuck has he done to deserve that?
You're annoying.
So you're engaged. Good to know.
I'd really love for you to be there.
I'll try.
But you can't talk about certain things, okay?
Like how you knocked up dead Wally's sister on the soccer field. Affirmative.
You're a crazy person.
Same me I've always been.
What about you?
What about me?
You haven't found the one yet?
You know me.
Well, surely you've grown a...
Comfortable? No, I haven't. I'm not sure it works that way.
I thought maybe...
You thought maybe shit just resolved. Like that, in the snap of a finger.
I was hoping.
Fuck hope. I live in reality, where there is no hope.
Only pessimism.
Honesty. Can we pivot?
If we must.
What do you do for paper?
I'm a teacher. 3rd grade.
Pay well?
Well enough. The reward isn't in the check. It's in the children.
That sounds like something you're contractually obligated to say.
It's not. I enjoy my work.
The way you used to talk shit about teachers, and now you are one. That's like a felon becoming a cop.
You never heard me talk about my 3rd grade teacher. I would never work in a high school or even a middle school. 3rd grade is still an age of discovery where they're sponge-like, taking it all in and finding who they're going to be, at least for the next couple of years.
Are you a teacher or a psychologist?
I think you have to be both to do a decent job. Kids are hard to understand.
You work in a school.
Yeah.
Don't you find it ironic?
No.
Not in the least.
Why would I?
No, never mind.
No. What?
I felt like we were going to spend our time back here avoiding certain conversation, and now I know I was right.
I'm not avoiding anything.
Sure about that?
Very.
You don't find your working in the school to be ironic or possibly, since we're playing psychologists here, to be some form of redemption for you?
If you have something to say it straight.
You know.
No, I want you to say it. Communicate your point.
I'm not one of your classroom kids.
You're right. You're more like the class bully.
I'm not him either.
Our class bully is a girl. A scary, mean little girl. Chemical imbalance at its best. You're not a kid, I know. So don't beat around the bush like one.
Wasn't it hard for you to come here tonight? Didn't you think about turning around and hitting it home the entire time? You had to. I did. I wouldn't be surprised if Mara is in her bed right now, full fetal position, because she couldn't bear her bones to show up. Does your pretty little fiance with the man's name know your story? Our story? The story? I can tell by your face that she doesn't. She doesn't, does she? You work in a school because you're fucking Mr. Rogers now. No, I don't buy that, and you shouldn't be selling it. We're going to a reunion at a school that almost murdered us, Patrick. Such a shame that Wiley was drunk on the wrong side of the road, boo-hoo. I wasn't surprised when I got the news. He probably had to drink. He saw his best fucking friend get his head blown off. Just like we saw a few people we knew get theirs blown off. But right, let's move on and act like nothing's wrong, like nothing's different. Like that motherfucker didn't come into our school and let loose. No one gave a damn then except the people that were there. And now you act like it's a ghost.
Of course I remember.
Then talk about it.
No.
What a shame. All those brains and you still don't know how to properly process shit.
I'd rather leave the past in the past.
All of it?
Patrick shoots him another glance similar to the one from before. It is burning at their souls.
All of it.
You know,
What?
I thought you changed.
I have. From the looks of it, I'm the only one.
I'm not sure you have though, bud. You're still a very good liar.
I'm not a liar.
Anymore?
I'm not.
Liar or fraud, which would you prefer?
I prefer Patrick.
I could see why it would be hard for you to understand. After all, at this point, the only person you're lying to is yourself.
Blake sits back down on the bed closest to the door.
This was a mistake.
Now, you think it was a mistake.
This whole thing.
Patrick takes hold of a suitcase.
Where are you going?
Home. This isn't what I came here for.
It's late.
Means I'll be home by morning, in my own bed, beside someone who doesn't try to make me feel like a douchebag.
It's dark.
Thanks, I didn't know it got dark when it's late. Look at the big brains on Blake.
He wheels his suitcase to the door.
Yeah, but you can't see in the dark.
Patrick turns around.
You can't see too well out of your one eye. I think it's your left one. From when you fell on that piece of metal as a kid, right? Yeah, I think it's your left eye. That's why you got here before anyone else. Probably right at sundown. You probably planned your entire trip down here to the minute, didn't you?
I'll get my own room.
Coolio. You should wait here for a little bit longer, until Mara gets here, if she's coming. Wait a bit and you can go get your own room. After that, you can all get each other up to date on life. I'm not holding you hostage, just a choice.
I'll call her and see where she is. If she picks up and is coming and is close, I'll wait. We can order some food, eat, talk, be civil human beings.
I love a good old-fashioned compromise.
Patrick pulls his phone out again.
You can't go 2 minutes without holding that thing in your hand, can you? Where's it gonna run to? I'm intrigued.
I said I was going to call Mara.
I heard you.
We need to set some ground rules first.
I'm all ears, coach.
Keep the conversations appropriate and not, triggering.
For lack of a better word.
I guess.
You got it.
Good.
Gravy.
I'm going to step into the hall and make this call. I don't get great service in here.
You're a grown-ass man. If you need to step out to make a phone call, step out and make a phone call.
Okay.
Patrick steps out. Blake walks over to the bathroom, his head turning in the direction of the door. He covers his face with his hands, shakes his head, then lowers them and walks out the door. Lights out. Part 2. The hotel room 1 hour later. Patrick sits on the edge of the bed closest to the bathroom. He impatiently pats on his knees, playing the DIY drums. He looks over to Blake's backpack, which is sitting idly. Shakes his head. Not a good idea. Waste of a thought. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out his phone. He holds it horizontally and starts playing a racing game, his whole body moving left, right, or forward with the movement of the virtual car he is driving.
Dang.
He crashes, gives up, puts his phone back in his pocket, starts drumming again, looks at the backpack. Fuck it. He walks over to it and stands over it, looking down. To open or not to open? That is the question. The door opens, spooking Patrick back a few steps. Mara enters, dressed the least casual of them all, in sweatpants and a large hoodie, hood overhead. She has a shoulder bag that is runneth over with clothes, her room key in one hand, a bottle of champagne in another. She looks at Patrick, looking at the backpack.
Are you going to ask it to dance with you next?
No, it's just... Hi.
Hi.
They don't know quite what to do next. Hug, handshake.
How was the trip?
Long.
I bet, with you living at the top of the world.
I like Maine. Maine is quiet.
Maine is white.
Yeah, but it's the quiet kind of white.
Now it sounds like paradise.
Yeah, you never had a good poker face, Patrick.
I've been told. Did you see Blake when you came in?
Not that I know of. I mean, I haven't seen the guy in 10 years. How the hell am I supposed to know if I passed him or not? I saw a guy who looked about 600 pounds with a bald spot in the lobby. Any chance that's him? He did look at me for an awful long time.
I think that may have just been a creep.
I always get Blake and random creeps confused.
It's good to see you.
You too. You look good.
Yeah, thanks. You too. I see you brought some liquid pleasure.
I figured we'd need it.
You and Blake can have fun.
It's enough for 3.
No, thanks.
Whoa, are you not Patrick Martin? Am I in the wrong room?
Funny. It is me. I just don't drink.
All grown up.
Might say.
But grown-ups aren't afraid of a little champagne.
I'm not afraid. I just stopped drinking.
All right. That's good, though. I probably should. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a boozy floozy or anything, but I enjoy partaking now and then.
And I am not going to stop you. I'll be watching from the bench.
You've always been so sweet.
Sure.
What universal force convinced us all to come back here?
Been trying to figure that one out myself.
It's insanity. We're unstable individuals.
Maybe that's why we're here.
Right. We're nuts.
We have unresolved issues with the city, with the school, with each other.
No, we're all friends.
We're survivors. We stopped being friends and became dependents.
Good God, Patrick. We couldn't have had this conversation after I popped the bottle?
You're right, my bad.
You're not wrong.
I don't want to talk about it either.
I know something we can talk about.
Yeah?
Am I missing something?
I'm not sure. Are you?
Does an extra bed come down from out of the ceiling?
Oh, that was a Blake mistake.
Typical.
I'll be getting my own room.
Yeah, I might too. Try to get one close just in case I need somewhere to run.
We'll try.
Did you check for bed bugs?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's what my family always does when we stay at places that aren't our own home. You always have to check.
She starts stripping the beds, examining the blankets, sheets, pillows, and pillowcases closely. She moves from one bed to another as the conversation goes on.
Did you even read the reviews on this place?
Living in Maine has turned you into a soccer mom.
If that's what you want to call someone who doesn't want to catch a parasite, then label me whatever the hell you want. Plus, on the bright side,
The bright side of bedbugs.
if you do happen to find something, you are almost guaranteed at least a hefty discount. Threaten a lawsuit and you might walk away owning the place.
Smooth operator.
I try.
She finishes examining the beds.
Find anything?
Nope. Unfortunately, this room is free of bed bugs. Did you check the bathroom?
Be my guest.
You don't think Blake ran out on us, do you?
Doubt it. He was happier than anyone to be here. I don't think he's too far removed from high school.
Can you blame him?
Yes, I can.
And shit took a toll on all of us.
We're pretty well adjusted, I'd say.
Outside smiles don't mean crap compared to internal fires. It'll boil your insides and not apologize after.
That's no excuse for being a man-child.
Having your last drip of childhood stripped away from you in a literal instance is no excuse to be stuck or try to harbor yourself in childhood. Get a grip.
Fine, defend him.
I'm defending, you're pretending.
Pretending what?
That you're Superman with feelings of steel.
I am not.
I didn't say you were good at pretending, but you're trying.
Isn't trying noble?
Yeah, if you're not killing yourself in the process.
That's a bit hyperbolic.
It's a fact.
According to you.
Do you really expect people to believe that you were somehow the only one spared from being fucked up? Between you and me, you're damaged goods too, aren't you?
Please. One night. I wouldn't have come if I thought this was going to turn into an intervention.
It's not. I just want to know what you're trying to prove to someone. When we go into that school, when we walk in, no one is going to look at you and say, wow, Patrick is really healthy and well, good for him. No, if you walk in there and do this act, they will roll their eyes and say, same old Patrick, so full of shit and unaware about how to get it all out. Everyone in there, in that gym, is going to be reliving their own personal hells, traumas. No one's going to be okay. No one's going to be paying attention to the music or the throwback yearbook pictures on that janky ass projector screen. It's a fragile facade that no one is going to fall for, just like they're not going to fall for yours. We're all mourning all over again. Every street corner and corner store and storefront has a memory that will never be relived, no matter how much we wish they could be. Believe it or not, like it or not, we all died that day. We all got a bullet clean in our chest, and it's still there. Do you feel it? Do you ever wake up to something falling and think that you're right back in that hallway? Or did it really just all go away? Is that what you want me to believe? If that's what you want me to believe, then I won't bring it up again. Scout's honor, you tell me.
Patrick doesn't move or speak. He lowers his head, interlocks his fingers, solemn or ashamed.
I thought so.
She throws herself beside him on the bed, lying on her back, stretching out.
The ceiling has a crack in it.
Patrick picks up his head, looks up.
Do you see it? There's a few.
Yeah. Are you going to report it?
Well, I don't know how serious they are with cracks. Depends on how old the building is. If it's 10 plus years with no real changes, what can you expect? But if it's still a young one, we might get lucky.
You're the type of person to spill milk in the grocery store and then slip on that milk and try to sue.
No. Who do you think I am?
Sorry.
You don't spill it yourself. You bring a friend along with you to do it. Separate cars. There are cameras in stores. You have to be smart.
I'm inexperienced.
Clearly. Did you ever look up at the stars at night when you were a kid?
You did?
I did. Was that corny?
It's not corny.
I'll take it. It's just something about lying on your back and looking at the sky become a light show.
So what you're saying is you've always liked lying on your back.
She sits up and punches his back up to his shoulder.
I can't even have a moment with you.
It was right there. I couldn't pass it up.
now the real Patrick is showing back up. The old one.
I made one joke.
One dirty joke.
You're assuming it was dirty. Plenty of people lie on their backs for a multitude of reasons.
Example.
Well,
I'm waiting.
people on the beach wanting a frontal tan.
That's all you could come up with?
I didn't think it was horrible.
Horrible? Maybe an understatement.
She stands up. Patrick, seemingly by instinct, reaches and grabs her hand, pulling her back. Mara looks at him, smiling, but in the balance.
I don't know why I did that.
And yet you're still doing it.
He lets go, years of history falling like dust in between them.
I remember the last time I was in a room alone with you.
I was messed up that day.
And so was I. And you knew it.
It was a lapse of judgment.
And what you just did, what would you call that?
I'm not sure. Do I owe you an apology?
No, you don't. Dinner would be nice. I haven't eaten since this morning.
I was gonna wait on Blake to come back.
15 minutes. I'll give him 15 minutes. If he's not back in 15, we fend for ourselves.
Fair deal.
What are you thinking?
She sits down on the opposing bed.
If we're really blasting to the past, maybe a loaded pizza?
I mean, in general.
I'm thinking about what you said.
I'm glad.
I'm thinking about my wedding.
I saw something about that.
If I'm holding stuff in, like you said.
I wasn't trying to shake you up or anything.
If I'm holding stuff in and causing that fire, what if I blow up at her? What if I make a mistake that I can't take back? What if, even if she doesn't know about it, I will? What if I ruin her because I've always been ruined?
Deep thoughts.
Fears.
Mara moves to the bed where he is seated. She takes his hand. They look straight ahead, afraid what might happen if they make eye contact. And they stay like this until Blake bursts through the door dancing. Mara and Patrick quickly disconnect. She moves to the space in between the two beds. Blake sees her. His smile grows.
Now it's a party. Let the threesome begin.
He kicks the door closed with his foot.
What happened to the conversation about keeping it appropriate?
Can you bend over and spread your cheeks so I can remove whatever steak is up your ass? Mara, you don't look a day over 16.
Blakey, you don't look a day over 45.
Why can't you be more like her?
I guess I lack the empathy.
He lacks the cup size.
We were waiting on you to come back so we could order dinner.
Who needs dinner?
He walks over to the bottle of champagne and picks it up.
When you have drinks. And now the cycle is complete.
What cycle?
Exhibit A, champagne. Noted?
Noted.
Exhibit B.
He reaches in his back pocket, his hand returning with a plastic bag filled to the top with marijuana.
Noted.
That's where you went to buy illegal substances?
Just imagine it's medicinal.
He tosses it to Patrick, who quickly lets it drop to the ground.
I'd rather have food.
Yes, food is a great idea. We're going to be very hungry after going through this entire bag.
Where did you even get this?
The kid at the front desk. Did you know they let teenagers work front desk, hotel front desks? They do here. I mean, I guess not really. The girl's 18. Cute. Don't look at me like that. I repeat, she's 18. Nice kid. Has an attitude problem, but came through. She's a senior. I probably don't have to tell you where. I told her all about what happened. They don't even talk about it in their classes. Do you believe that shit?
You talk like we went to Vietnam.
Worse. At least the fuckers in Vietnam knew what they were going into war. We thought we were going into gym class. Anyway, they don't talk about it. Don't teach about it at all. Zilch. What a fucking blow in the back. But they do still have that mural up.
Ugh, I hate that mural.
You should see it now that the paint's all faded. It looks like a big blob of bullshit.
Can't wait. Maybe we should take a picture in front of it. Scrapbook it.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Doesn't it all? I say we skip.
What?
Fuck it. Let's not go.
We didn't come back down here to not go.
It's not an obligation. What's the loss if we stay in here? What's the gain if we go? We can have fun and avoid the PTSD.
She snatches the bottle from Blake.
I don't care what you two do. I'm going. That's what I came here for.
Did he tell you he's a teacher now?
Holy shit.
Right?
Is that some kind of like trauma therapy?
Thank you.
Is this enjoyable to you?
What grade does he teach?
I think second.
Third.
Correction, third.
The real booger bastards.
I'll just go pick up dinner.
Again, you can't see you're not going anywhere, Stevie Wonder.
I'll be fine.
Wouldn't it be ironic in the worst kind of way if it's a car accident that kills you while you're here in town?
Patrick stops to consider. Blake is right. Patrick won't admit it.
I'm sure they have food in the lobby, a well-lit lobby. Would you like to walk me downstairs to make sure I don't fall?
Ooh, kinky.
You're foul.
I have a better idea. You can use that fancy phone of yours and order us something.
Like a pizza.
Like a pizza. I second the option.
Fine, I'll order a pizza. Anything else?
We have drinks.
Patrick picks the baggie of weed.
And we have dessert.
Grow up.
You can get me some of those cinnamon sticks too if they have them.
Patrick gives a thumbs up as he walks out the room, phone to his ear. The door shuts behind him.
And then there were two.
You really do look great.
Okay, cut the crap. Talk to me.
I am.
How often do you smoke? I mean, you brought in a sealed baggie, but I can smell it on your clothes, Blake. The stench don't lie.
I'm not a chimney. You know, I occasionally like to
Fade away.
get high.
He held my hand.
Who? Patrick?
Yeah.
How sweet.
Shut up. Maybe to an onlooking eye, but it didn't feel that way. I don't know if you've ever found a lost kid in a supermarket or something like that, and you have to take them to the front of the counter so that they can get on the loudspeaker and tell their mothers to come to the front of the store. And while you're walking the kid up, they hold onto your hand. But it's not because they trust you. It's not because they know you. They just know that someone is there. And in that moment, even if they're in absolute danger, that's what they need. Someone there. Their hands may be shaking and sweating, but they aren't about to let you go, because then they would go right back to not only being lost and left, but being alone. That's what it felt like when he held my hand. Did he tell you he was engaged?
Yes, he did.
And how do you feel about that?
What do you mean?
Just what I asked.
Good for him.
That's it? Good for him?
Yeah, good for him.
Oh, I think it's weird, and I expected more of a reaction out of you.
You want me to go crazy over it?
No, but something rather than nothing. He just never struck me as a marriage type.
Yeah, well, he's changed.
Apparently. Engagement, school teacher. I feel like he's gonna buy a zoo next. What?
I didn't mean to cut you off, but the whole time while you were looking at you, all I could think of was that junior year when you were in that stupid play in school. It was when you were trying some new things after that guy with the crooked ear piercing dumped you.
I was going through a phase.
The motherfucker was peculiar. Not strange, peculiar. He was in my English class. I spent the whole 45 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck was going on through his head.
I thought he was hot.
A hot mess. The man's dandruff was so bad it started forming a colony on his scalp. How did it feel having him dump you?
Are we talking about the boy or are we talking about the play?
Oh, I'm gonna talk about the play. You dragged us to go see that shit. Even got us discount tickets. Front row too. It was the weirdest shit I had ever seen, but everyone in the audience loved it. All 5 of them. You did good.
That whole story to what? Call me dramatic?
Maybe.
I remember some things from junior year too.
You can almost see the humor itself fade away.
Yeah, well, don't we all?
Mara picks up her bag and makes her way towards the bathroom.
Mind if I shower?
Mi casa es su casa.
Thanks.
I won't peek.
I appreciate it. Hey, Blake.
What's up?
What if coming back here was the worst decision of our lives?
I don't know.
Why are you here?
Why are you?
To remind myself why I left?
She enters the bathroom area. Blake sits on the bed closest to the door. As the lights go down, we begin to hear the sound of a shower. The shower becomes rainfall. Part 3. The lights come back up. About an hour has passed. A half-empty pizza box is on the floor. Blake's sitting on the floor beside it. Mara is on the bed closest to the door now, while Patrick sits on the one by the bathroom. Blake and Patrick are in the same clothes, while Mara is now in her pajamas. They finish laughing at a joke or a story that we did not hear. They pass around a rolled joint, smoke dancing off the tip. Mara passes it to Patrick, who immediately passes it to Blake, who takes a puff. The bottle of champagne is half empty, paper cup sitting beside each of the friends.
All right, I think it's time for me to go down and get that room.
Boo!
Oh, come on, man.
It's late.
Just stay here. I said I'll take the floor.
Mara said she was getting her own room too.
I said I might, but I'm comfortable now.
Well, I still need my space.
Or we play a game.
I like it already.
What kind of game?
She picks up the bottle, shakes it.
Drinking game.
Absolutely not.
This is our only chance. This isn't gonna happen again. For all we know, this is the last time we see each other. So why not partake for once? And you can go back to being whatever you are out there in the real world.
Fine.
Yes, he has returned.
I'm not doing too much.
Okay. Shot straight out of the bottle. As much or as little as you want. We respect limits in this room.
Patrick is seated.
What are the rules?
No rules, pure fun. Tell us your favorite high school memory. Any takers? I'll go, no worries.
She drinks from the bottle.
My favorite high school memory was skipping lunch to go to McDonald's. And it was that one time where the security lady, oh, you guys know her. Come on. She drove the golf cart around campus.
Oh, yeah.
We used to call her CSI.
Yes, CSI. Because she came back every week and couldn't solve shit.
It was that one time though when she caught us driving off. Oh, wait, who was driving? Who was always behind the wheel?
Probably me.
Definitely you.
And she started chasing the car with her golf cart all the way out onto the highway. That was golden.
I wonder if she still works there.
I doubt it.
Okay, who's next?
I wouldn't make you wait.
You're so full of it. You know that.
He snatches the bottle, drinks even more than Mara.
You can't just hog the bottle. You have to tell us your best memory.
All right. Best high school memory. My best high school memory is Damn.
You have to have one.
At least.
Oh, I got it. Homecoming, sophomore year.
Oh, hold on.
We said we weren't talking about that.
It's been over a decade.
We took a vow.
He's right.
Okay, permission to speak on it once.
Go for it.
Thank you. Homecoming, sophomore year. I just got out there on the dance floor trying to look my best, to look cool, and who taps me on the shoulder?
Trisha Pack.
Trisha motherfucking Pack taps me on the shoulder and says in that sexy Nigerian accent, "You want to dance?" Oh, and her dress was breaking every dress code. For hours, we were dancing, and she just, like grinding on me. By the time the dance was over, I was sore down there from her bumping up on me the entire time. I always said that was the night I lost my virginity.
That's disgusting.
But you didn't. You two danced. That's it.
I know. I was what, 15, 16? After about 5 minutes of her up on me, I busted quicker than a tire on a nail.
Okay, time to pass the bottle.
I'm not done.
No, you're done. Pass it.
Blake passes the bottle to Patrick.
Once I get some water out the sink to throw that back.
It's champagne.
Champagne, basically alcoholic tap water.
Patrick takes a small sip.
Good enough. My favorite memory from back then was, I think it was meeting you guys.
Ew.
Of course, you're the one who gets sappy about it.
I'm being serious. Before I met you guys, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know who I was. I was lonely. Every day was routine. Wake up, go to school, go to class, go to lunch, go back to class, go home. Spinning wheel. You guys took me out of that.
None of us had anyone before we met. We're like a 3-piece puzzle.
I was so cool.
Sure you were. Okay, pass it back to me.
Patrick hands her the bottle.
Now we play the other side. Take a shot, as much or as little as you'd like, straight out of the bottle, and say your worst high school experience.
That seems unnecessary.
I think we're all pretty fucking aware of the worst experience.
No, that was a collective experience. Everyone in the student body went through that. I mean, an individual experience.
Individually, I still have to go with that day.
You didn't take a shot.
I don't need it. I don't need it to think about that day. I was in the gym. The only reason I got out so quickly, because the gym had those emergency exits.
Yeah, I was in the computer lab. Not as easy.
There was a kid, I never paid much attention to him, if I'm being honest, but he was in my gym class. While we were all playing basketball, he just walked along the bleachers, talking to himself. He was there, he was present, but the guy was a ghost. He had this thing about getting changed only after everyone else was out of the locker room and already doing something. I still remember the time I heard the first shot, 9:58. I wake up every morning at 9:58. We're all in the gym playing ball, doing whatever. And that kid just had gone back to the locker room to change, and he must have gotten stuck in a stall, or I don't know. He was the only one from the class that got killed. And that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. But what's more fucked up is how I still don't know his name. I still don't know his name.
He snatches back the bottle from Mara.
Is that a bad enough experience, or do I need to make it a little more personal?
Yeah, I think that'll do.
What about you?
I won't go with what's easy.
I wouldn't call some kid getting his chest blown open easy.
I didn't mean it like that. Jesus Christ. Mine is when I took Wiley's sister to get her abortion. Peyton?
Why would you bring that up?
It's my least favorite memory.
I'm sure you had other options.
Maybe, but it's my turn.
I'm done playing.
You can't run away from the past forever, brother.
I am not your brother.
I thought we saved your life.
I was being generous.
Fuck you. You can't take the heat.
I don't like the game. I tried to play along, but I'm not doing this.
Hey, you didn't see her crying.
I don't care.
You should.
Why?
It was your fucking kid.
That's what we think.
She was younger than us. I doubt she had even ever done anything with anyone.
Don't know.
Wouldn't you though? That girl was really scared and you couldn't even show up. I didn't sleep with her and I was there.
I was busy.
You weren't too busy to try and sleep with me the same week.
Hello.
I was drunk. I told you I wasn't in the right headspace.
Honestly, you seem pretty aware to me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't.
The whole time we were in that clinic waiting room, all she could tell me is how she was sure you were a good guy, how she still liked you. And I had to sit and listen to it and fight back the urge to tell her what you really were.
I don't know what you want from me.
You were scared, just like you are now. You avoided the tough stuff then, and you're dodging it now. Do you ever think about it?
No.
How?
I told you. I don't care. It's not relevant.
To who?
To me.
That kid would almost be a teenager now.
I don't care about the kid. The kid wasn't born, so it isn't even a kid. It was an idea. It was a mistake. It was taken care of.
Taken care of.
There's nothing to talk about. End of story.
Who the fuck are you?
What is that supposed to mean?
Who the fuck are you?
Patrick gets up, grabs out his suitcase again.
You smoke too much.
That fiance of yours must be a bitch.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Your fiance must be a bitch. Should I say it louder?
Take it back.
He didn't mean it.
Oh, I meant it.
He needs to take it back. I don't find anything funny. Take it back.
Chill.
Now.
Blake stands, handing the joint to Mara.
Okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay.
Your fiance isn't a bitch. She's just a cunt.
Patrick pushes Blake. Intoxicated and unbalanced, it causes Blake to trip over himself and fall to the ground.
Gentlemen.
He started it.
Blake stands up, rolls up his sleeves.
Don't talk about my fiance. You don't even know her. That's out of line.
It's fucked up.
I said that.
No, you didn't. Say it. Say it's fucked up.
No.
Blake pushes Patrick.
Dude.
I'm not saying it. I'm not stooping down to your level. Not tonight.
Blake pushes again.
Say it's fucked up. Say fuck something. Fuck me. Fuck the world. Fuck the fucking misery. Fuck anything.
Patrick pushes back.
No, back up.
Or what? Huh? That's the second time tonight you've tried to pull some shit on me like you're gonna do something. I wish you would. Follow through, baby. If you want to do something, do it.
You're not worth it.
I bet you feel good saying that.
As a matter of fact, I kind of do, yes.
Yeah, I bet. You and that sudden fucking superiority shit. You want to feel big because you're small. You're tiny.
Whatever.
Is that all you got?
Get away from me.
Guys.
Hit me, motherfucker. You're a man.
What the fuck?
You need to calm down.
Take a strike.
Chill.
Right there.
He goes to hit himself again. Mara, joint in mouth, grabs his arms before he can.
Stop. Right? Take a fucking breath, both of you.
Blake yanks away from her. He points at Patrick, who flinches. Blake laughs.
I was hoping you'd be a man for once.
I am a man.
Is that what your fiance told you? What's her name again?
Don't worry about it. I told you don't talk about her.
It's not like it matters, right? You're not going to do something if I do. I could stand right here in the middle of this room and talk about how I fucked the brains out of your future wife. I could say that she rode my shit until it was crooked and you wouldn't.
Patrick charges at Blake, pushing him onto the bed. He begins throwing punches. Blake blocks his face with his arms. Mara stands, pulling Patrick off. Blake, not hurt, but out of breath, stands.
There we go. There we go. That's more like it. Let that fucking crazy out.
Oh, you're insane.
Damn right. You are damn right I am. I am. So watch out, because I am on your ass.
Find something better to do.
Like hide behind some bullshit job title. Go volunteer at the YMCA or some shit.
I do.
Because you're a fucking fake. You're a faker.
Or maybe I've grown. Have you thought of that? Maybe I am a grown man, an adult, someone who knows how to process shit and doesn't have to drown myself in a bottle of booze anytime I remember something that isn't pleasant.
He kicks down a cup.
God!
Silence. Not able to help himself, he bends over and picks up the cup. This refuels Blake.
You can't be proud of who you are.
And you can be.
At least I'm real. I may be fucked up, but I'm real and I don't try to wear a mask. You are in a costume 24/7 and now you don't know how to take it off and just be you. Who cares if you're fucked up? Other fucked up people?
I'm not doing this.
Of course you're not. Because we're different.
Yeah, we are.
We are. You're a dog. A whining, panting, helpless dog. And I'm a wolf. Dogs cry until someone else fills their bowl. They're afraid of thunder and feel safe when caged and hate when they can't smell their owner nearby. They are weak, independent, domesticated, happy with their home. Wolves don't beg for shit. They go out and they get their own. They chase for what they need to survive and they clamp their jaws on it until it's theirs. It's do or die for them. It's feed or be fed upon. It isn't pretty and it isn't cute, but it's fucking life. And they do what they have to do to keep going another day. We howl at the thunder. We bask in our own freedom. We fend for ourselves. You are a dog, a sheep in wolf's clothes have more dignity than you. I am a wolf. We are very close. We are very, very close in appearance and origin. But we could not be more far removed. You blind fuck. You have lost that part of you that is true, that is wild, that is natural. You are in wolf's territory now, brother, and you know it. You are in the deepest, darkest depths of the wood, not in the finely cut backyard. So act accordingly, asshole, or you will get eaten. And whoever you care so dearly about will get over it in due time and get a new dog to lie on the edge of their bed. And you best believe that new puppy is going to be much bigger than you, with more of a bite.
Patrick sits in the corner, his hands over his head, rocking back and forth.
You're an ass.
I know. At least I'm man enough to admit it. What about you?
You two done being animals, or do you want to make more noise and get us kicked out?
You don't think I know I'm a failure?
No one said you were a
You
failure.
don't think I know? You don't think I know I'm trapped? You don't think my existence, my own soul suffocates me? How do you know these things? How can you be sure that you know who I am? I am the way I am because that's the only way I can avoid crashing my car against a tree. You don't believe me? On my way here, the way I came, I had to pass the school. I had to drive past it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should speed as fast as I could to get away from it or cruise around the perimeter of it, taking every stone and brick and sprout of grass. I ended up doing something in the middle. For a brief second, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be beautiful if I killed myself right here? if I went in the football field and cried and showed everyone how much crap I was really going through and ended it right there? Wouldn't that be meaningful? Wouldn't that be poetic? But it's not. Something powerful in letting it win over you. So maybe you're right. No, you are. I'll give it to you. I am a bottle of a man, but I have to survive. I have things to live for, and if I dive in the deep end of my head, I'm going to die. I will literally die. Forgive me for being a dick when I was 18, and forgive me for being a bad friend when I was 17, and forgive me for being a liar at 28. But I won't do it for you, for either of you, for any of you. I do it so my heart doesn't burst inside my body. Yes, I hear it too. Like you said, you got out easy. You didn't see all the shit you want people to believe you did. You ran, and good for you. I saw the bodies. Mara saw the bodies. Ask her if she has a boyfriend.
Oh, Patrick, please.
Ask her, Blake.
She doesn't want me to.
Because the answer is no. If it were yes, she would have no problem with telling us. You know why it's no?
I don't feel well.
She saw her boyfriend die when he stood in front of her and took a bullet. I bet that's what she hears every night, what she sees. Being okay is a lie. No one is ever okay. We come out crying because we know that we'll never be comfortable again. We'll never be sure if we're the ones to blame. We're not. We can say it, but we can't convince ourselves to believe it. Thankfully, the kids in gym class survived.
Hand me my bag.
What?
My backpack.
Why?
I want to play another game.
Patrick stands and does as told. Blake sits the bag on the bed closest to him. He unzips it, pulls out a handgun.
I can't do this.
Holding her stomach, she runs into the bathroom.
We're doing this now?
Let's do Russian roulette. Best party game right after spin the bottle.
Put the gun down. This isn't funny.
I'm not laughing.
He points it at Patrick.
Blake.
The gun is lowered.
I carry this everywhere I go. It isn't because I'm some Second Amendment motherfucker. I need it. Because there are people following me. Ghosts. Everywhere I go, haunting me, taunting me, sucking my blood. This makes me feel like I've won. If someone had one of these on that, when that fucker came in and started emptying their rounds, a few people may be alive. I'm fighting fire with fire. If that had happened in any other school with any other kind of people, it would be on the fucking History Channel. But because it happened to us, nobody cares. Not even the school itself. They expect it. A gun in that school. What else are they gonna do? They're gonna kill each other anyway. Hell, if anything, this just made it easier. This is my therapy. It's the only one that works for me.
He puts the gun back in the bag. Mara returns, wiping her mouth.
Are you done?
All done.
They all sit, all a distance between each other, none of them even turning to look. A long freeze in time.
Are we going? Are we going tomorrow or not? Am I talking to myself?
I don't know.
I am. I came all this way. Might as well.
I don't know either.
Well, you all have a good amount of hours to decide.
He grabs his suitcase, reaches the door.
I need my space. I'll see you at breakfast.
Exits.
Are we gonna be okay?
We're made out of pain. It's planted in our foundation.
Does that mean no?
I'm not sure, Maher.
Looks like we finally see eye to eye on something.
First time for everything.
Blake begins picking things up from the floor.
Should we check on him?
He left on his own,
And
and we can't help him.
we could try.
You can.
I might.
I'm assuming you'll walk out next and get your own room.
I think I'll stay here. We each have a bed, not a problem. No reason to waste money.
Cool.
Should get some fresh air though. Breathe a little after that unpacking, you know?
I get it.
Wanna come?
No, thanks.
Okay.
She starts for the door.
Have you
Have I what?
dated anyone since in college at all?
No. I've tried. Thought about it. I got on Tinder once.
How'd that go?
I ran away after 5 minutes. They are something else on there.
I've heard.
I'm afraid to have kids between you and I.
Oh,
Yeah, I could never drive them to school. They'd hate me. They wouldn't understand.
you don't know that.
You're optimistic now?
I want one of us to be happy.
I am. In my own way.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
no worries. I never thought about any of that, having kids.
Never?
I used to. I like the idea of it, little people with my face running around.
What changed?
I started seeing myself and realizing I can't look at one of me without getting sick, let alone multiple.
We are one damaged crew.
Yeah. But we have some pretty interesting stories to tell.
You know, if we do go, you might see Trisha Pack there.
Yeah, you think?
Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
If he's a dog and you're a wolf, what does that make me?
It makes you whatever comes between the two. Whatever holds them together, keeps them in the same family, the same species. You're better.
I'm gonna go get that air.
I'll be here.
Nice. It really is good to see you.
Thanks. It's really good to see you too.
She exits. Blake puts everything he picked up onto the table between the two beds. He looks around the room, then sits on the bed closest to the door. Beat. He stands and moves over to the one closest to the bathroom. He stands up on the bed, bounces a little, then drops himself down. He walks over to the bathroom, looks in. He turns and walks to the door. Thinks. He gives the room one last look, then exits. Lights down, blackout, end of play.
Suddenly I'm hit. It's this darkness of the dawn, and your friends are gone, and your friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me where you fit. Oh wait.
Ooh. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to the reading of Between Dog and Wolf by Cris Eli Blak, directed by Lauren Erica Jackson. Our wonderful director has a few things she wants to say before we say goodbye. So, Lauren.
Hi, everybody. I won't keep you for very long. I just wanted to express my thanks and appreciation for you taking the time. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure that Matt and Chris, our writers, open to any thoughts you may have. In fact, I'm sure that's the next thing Matt is going to say, about how to share your feelings about how the story impacted you. Other than that, thank you for coming. Be safe, and I'll give it back to Matt.
Thank you, Lauren. So everyone, if you look in the chat, I just put a link to our website. If you go to the upcoming tab at the top of the page, you'll find a link to a Google form. That is our audience reaction form. One really, really important part in the new play process is for our playwrights to be able to get information on how the play sat or was received from the audience. So if you would like to fill that out, that's where you'll find that. You will also find information on our the bios of Chris, our playwright, as well as Lauren, our director. And on that website, you can also look at ways, if you would like to become involved with the organization, you can follow that. I want to thank everyone again on the creative side. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please stay safe. I'm going to continue to play some music, and then in a few minutes, I'm going to close out this room. But thank you, everyone, and have a good one.
So show me